Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makah, Kudash. Right, that belongs to the apostles. Great to restore that roll well. Bless and salutation to the brethren pushing this word in sincerity and in all truth. And they will have Howard back again to do a quick edification through the spirit and power of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know? What is this? Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makah Kudash. Alright. To the apostles, the great millstone over well, to the brothers in sincerity, pushing this word in sincerity, say shalom. Alright, to the sisters also, say shalom to you. You know, back here with a quick edification, you know, and hopefully it will be edifying, you know, current events in the news as we see what's taking place in the world. Right, and we as disciples of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai was given a direct order from the Messiah. Alright, because we are the apostles, we are the disciples, we are the bishops. You know, we come back in the flesh through the spirit. Alright, so we declaring we are the true teachers of the Bible. Right? Like the ancients, like the Isaiahs and the Ezekiels and these men, right? We are the true men who understand the Bible, beginning with our apostles of Great Millstone, you know, on down, right? And as we can see what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, we're seeing a lot of fake news, propaganda news going on in the media, where they keep on telling you that Ukraine is defeating Russia, which is totally fabrication, you know. So let's play a few videos to the Spirit of the Lord, and hopefully it will be edifying.
The Ukrainian military is suffering one heavy defeat after another. The Russian military is pounding the Ukrainian rear with devastating precision strikes and grinding down Ukrainian units on the battlefields. The month of October began with another wave of Russian strikes across Ukraine that continued daily in the past weeks. Strikes were recorded in the Poltava, Cherkasy, Kirovograd, and Mykolaiv regions. Hideouts of Ukrainian reserves came under attacks in the border Sumy and Kharkiv regions. Russian Tornado S MLRS struck the railway station at Udachne, located near Pokrovsk. This is at least the third railway station that came under Russian attack in recent days. As a result of the strikes, 3 diesel fuel tanks caught on fire. In addition, at least 4 fuel trucks were reportedly destroyed. The fuel was reportedly supposed to supply the 72nd Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. This unit is currently trying to reinforce the defensive lines in the Boryavlenka area northwest of Ugledar. As a result of the attack, the fire caused significant destruction of the railway infrastructure and military echelon. The day before, another military echelon came under Russian strikes in the Mykolaiv region. 12 transports with ammunition, including those supplied by NATO, were destroyed. It was also revealed that on September 30th, Russian forces launched devastating strikes on the Ukrainian military command in the Kherson region. The command of the 37th Marine Brigade of the Ukrainian Marine Corps came to the village of Velika Alexandrivka. About 70 Ukrainian officers gathered in the building of the former school to hold a meeting, which was disrupted by a precision strike by Russian Iskander missiles. The Ukrainian military suffered heavy losses of about 60 people killed and wounded, including dozens of officers. In response, the armed forces of Ukraine attempted strikes with NATO missiles on the city of Luhansk that failed. Russian air defense forces destroyed at least 2 ATACMS missiles near the capital of the LPR. More Ukrainian provocations are expected in the coming days because Kiev is again forced to hide another strategic defeat. The battle for the fortress of Ugledar came to its end with a Russian victory. 21st, Russian forces liberated the city. Russian flags are waving in the center, southern, western, and in the outskirts of the city. After the city came under Russian control, the Ukrainian command allowed the destroyed garrison to withdraw, but it's too late. The mop-up operations begin. The liberation of Vuhledar is an important strategic success for the Russian army and one of the main victories in the 2024 campaign. The battles in the area lasted for more than 2 years, yet the final assault ended in a week.
Right, so as you can see and you can hear, first thing you see Russian Ukraine forces is suffering a serious defeat or a serious beating from the Russian army. Right, and they gave the whole layout of how things running. On the south front, they're giving it live, they're giving it raw, they're giving it the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Right, they ain't giving no mixed information, no wrong information, no fabrication, but they're giving it the full thing. Right? That is why Zelensky, he had that meeting with the ministers for him to use their weaponry. And what did Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, said? See, anytime that happens, it will not be a different story. Right? Because the US and the UK will be entering, or the NATO will be entering into what will happen to do with them. You see, and now, and also, as we see what's going on in Iran, Israel, the Iranis, the Iranis answer back. They answer back with some ballistic missiles, and I think these ballistic missiles is some of the new missiles in the arsenal, as was said in recent news. So that is this retaliation of some of the people who Israel killed. So if we see all these things happening within the Middle East region, and we as many Lord know, these are, we should know that what these are prophecies, like not only prophecies but prophecies fulfilling. Why this man driving so close to me behind my car? Prophecies fulfilling. Well, I'm driving right now, but I have a scripture here. Right? 2nd Esdras 16. And I go start with this first, matter of fact. I will just pause the video, and when I park, I'll bring the first scripture. So shall I for now? Yes, so there is Matthew 24 and verse 7. It says, "For nation will rise against nation," and this is the NRSV version, "and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famine and earthquakes and in various places, and famine going to come by the way of war." Right? No export, no import, because why? War going on in the world, in some vital or key places in the world, China, and basically the Middle East, right? Because a lot of cheap labor that's going in China, right? So it says, all this is the beginning of the birth pangs, right? The birth pangs, right? When our mother bringing forth, or soon to bring forth, they will get birth pangs or birth pains, right? A clear indication of the child coming, Right? And when that water break, boom, it don't necessarily mean that the child coming today. It just means that within a couple of days, a child will come. Could probably be a week. Right? And that's something I actually learned recently. It says, then they will hand you over to be tortured and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of my name. Right? So basically that is it. The main point I wanted to bring, is verse 7. For nation will rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and famine and earthquake in diverse places. All this is the beginning of birth pang, or the beginning of sorrows. And yeah, that is exactly what we see in Akyam. We see in the beginning of sorrows. So read 2nd Ezra 16:18. 14, it says, calamities are sent forth and shall not return until they come over the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundation of the earth. So this ain't going to stop. Don't feel it's going to start and stop. Since Yahushai came on the scene, he say the end is come, right? And it never stop, it never reverse. Because the Lord sent forth his word, and his word have to be fulfilled. It says just verse 15 says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundation of the earth. Verse 16, just as an arrow shot by a mighty archer does not return, so the calamities that are sent upon the earth shall not return. Alas for me, who will deliver me in those days, the beginning of sorrows, when there shall be much lamentation, the beginning of famine, when many shall perish, the beginning of wars, when the powers shall be terrified, the beginning of calamities, when all shall tremble. What shall they do when the calamities come? And I will stop right here. Right? A lot of people will be afraid. Your mother, your father, you are not going to be afraid. And a lot of people in that time will convert. Right? They're going to be converted. Hope this thing can come off. You understand? They're going to be converted. Hey, so hopefully this video is edifying. I'm reaching work here, so I had to go and labor. So I want to give our praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles. Salutation and blessing to the sincere Akyam pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to your household.